Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. I have a how to get started video here for Novopangea. This is an increasingly popular game that just launched here about a little over a week ago. And there's a lot of people that are asking really how to get started in this. I did a video maybe about a month and a half ago where I went through all the details of the game, walked you through the white papers, and went through those types of items. So if you want to take a look at that video, go ahead and check that out. I'll have a link in the description that gives you the full description. It really walks you through the building of the empire. I also have a link to this document right here that really walks you through what they consider building the empire in Nova Pangea. Basically, step one is creating your wax, buying the packs, redeeming those assets, and which allows you to purchase different buildings and lands and things like that. You can also get everything on the secondary market, which may actually be the better bet right now, since I think a lot of the items are sold out in the store, and then play the game by setting down your buildings in the different plots of land, um, and earning income that way. That is a higher ticket approach, I guess you could say. What I wanted to do today is really show you the low point of entry approach. This is for those for normal players that don't have a ton of wax to go ahead and spend, but they want to get in the game and they want to try it. So what I'm going to be doing today is walking through the skilled worker approach. This is the way that you can really get started on the lowest budget possible. In addition to walking you through this, I'm also going to we're going to do a week-long giveaway where we are going to go ahead and give away 5 skilled workers. It's going to be separate drawings throughout the week. We'll do one after another after another. I don't know if you all remember about 2 weeks ago, I deemed it Wax a World Week. This week, I'm deeming Nova Pangea Week. So what we're going to be doing is there. In fact, if you go over to our Discord, which there will be a link in the description down below, I'm sure one of the giveaways has already been kicked off. So go ahead and check that out. Also, make sure that you comment down below uh, with what you're most excited for this and what realm you're going to be joining. I'll talk about the realms here in shortly. What realm you want to join with a hashtag NovaPangea. All right, let's go ahead and dive into it. There's a number of things that I wanted to mention. Um, the main thing is for those of you that are interested in the game and really want to check this out, you only need one skilled worker. You only need one NFT to go ahead and start this approach. This is a way that you can go ahead and start building up your resources in game and start really getting to know the game and start building your empire from a easy point of entry. I keep saying low point, easy point of entry because I know that's important for a lot of people. Basically, I'm going to go through the short list and then I'll actually show you it in the game. Basically, you get the skilled worker, you find a mine or a building or a facility, and you go ahead and you stake that worker in there, and they'll go through and they'll mine and they'll earn you the um, the OBSD coin. That's the main coin in game. And what you can do is you can essentially convert that into other resources, and then over time build up your resources where you can purchase buildings and then start growing it that way. So there's some similarity to a Million on Mars, where you have that low point entry where you can do that scavenging, and basically earn your way up with the resources to the point where you can buy buildings. Very similar here. Just the overall concept. There's a little more uh, depth to it than just that high level, but I wanted to explain the basic approach to it. Now let's go ahead and really jump into the game. When you first go to the Nova Pangea game itself, you're going to be you're going to sign in with your Wax wallet, and I have screenshots of these first couple things before we really jump into it because I can't recreate those. These are the screenshots that I went through when I first logged into the game. When I logged in the game, and I'm not sure this will continue, so put take this with a grain of salt. They were giving out free resources to go ahead and get started with your journey. Not sure how long that'll last, but as of right now, as of 2 days ago, when I went ahead and started working through this, they were giving these resources, and they're the 3 tokens in game. Um, then once you go ahead and you click on the get started, it's going to take you over to select your realm. There are 6 realms available. At this point in time, you can only select one. So the things you got to keep an eye out for is if you're brand new to the game and you haven't gotten any NFTs yet, I would go over to the secondary market, or if you happen to win one of these giveaways, you want to make sure that that's the realm that you pick. So you may not want to go in there yet and pick a realm until you actually grab your skilled worker NFT. Once you have that skilled worker NFT, you go ahead through here, and when you scroll over it, it's going to show you the name of each realm. You select the realm that you want. I ended up starting, now we're into the game itself. I ended up starting with the space realm. Why I picked that? I don't know. I like the NFT. But there are, as I mentioned, there are 6 realms. There's the water, the space, the earth, the shadow, the time, and the light realms. So you're going to want to pick one of those. I went through the details of this again in the previous video where I walked through each of the realms. Go ahead and check out the white paper. Really take a look, see if there's any that really appeal to you. Um, I know there's some people that really love the Shadow Realm, the Time Realm. So go ahead and see that. Or you could just go with the luck of the draw. If you just happen to win one of the NFTs during these giveaways, there you go. That's the realm that you start out with. I just picked space for uh, because I liked it. This is the first screen that you're going to see when you go in. If you go across the top here, you'll see your different resources. They'll be used down the road. You see the level that you're at. If you click on this, it gives you some details about your account. Again, the resources. There will be a leveling up process that will come here shortly. It gives you a summary of the NFTs that you have in game. Again, you can only have a one realm in the game at a time. So I technically have 6 NFTs, but they're for all 6 realms. So you're only going to see that I have one worker in here since I selected the space realm. Also, they're going to have a Nova token coming soon. So there's a lot of stuff that's still coming soon. Remember, this only launched a little over a week ago. So they're continuing to add features as we go through this. And then, as I mentioned, there's the map here. You can select on each of the different realms. Down here, you have the exchange. You can either buy or sell, basically exchange your resources to get other resources, or you can redeem, which is pulling it out. That's down the road, which I cannot do yet. Or you can just buy, again, swap in between the different resources. And then down here you have where you can zoom out, zoom in to the different realms. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select the space realm, because if I select any other realm right now, since I've already selected space realm, it's going to say I don't have my permit. That's something down the road where it'll allow you to go to different realms, but right now you can only go to the realm that you select. So I select space, and what it's going to do is it zooms in on the space, and there's 10 different districts within the space realm. As you scroll through, you can see the different ones. Just no particular reason other than I like the number 7. I picked the district 7, and then when you click on that, it's going to actually take you into the district itself, and you'll see it here in a second. It does take a little bit, and what this is going to show is this is going to show the different buildings, the different land slots. What they did was they had a sale of each of the different realms as far as land goes. Those sold out super fast. So right now, what you can do if you have one of those land NFTs, you can go in here and you can basically claim a plot of land. And you can see this one is not claimed yet, but I don't have any of those NFTs. If you have them, you can go ahead and claim on them, or these are already claimed and people have already put buildings down on these. Right. So from a skilled worker perspective, you're not going to have any of that. Basically, what your skilled worker is going to do is they're going to work in one of these buildings that are already established in this district. I can go ahead and, for example, click on this one because I see that there is, it looks like you can rent it out for 7 days. I'm not sure, there's no worker slots there. This is the manual way. You can go through each of the plots of land to see if there's any slots available. And this one, you can see that there is. Um, if you look up here on the top, you see that there's 1 of 3 workers currently working, so that means there's 2 slots available. I'm sorry. Yeah. So what you can do is go that way, but since my worker just completed his work, what I have to do is I have to go up here in the top left and select this, and it's going to show me my worker is done with his work, and I need to feed my worker, which is going to take from the resources. So I go ahead and feed. You can't see it here, but I'm authenticating. And then once I feed him, he's going to be available to go ahead and work some more. So, and that's a cycle as far as the resources themselves. You can go through the resources. Why did you not work? What I made to do is I made to go ahead and okay. It just I needed to wait a few more seconds. See, you can see that he was fed. So now there's a cooldown that I have to wait to go ahead and wait for 24 hours. Again, this is because this is a low point of entry. It's not the most optimized point of entry. Um, or I should say the most efficient point of entry. But it gives you that chance where you can start going through and working. So what I would do at the end of this 24 hours is I'm going to go ahead and I have a choice. I can either go into one of the buildings like I showed before, and he'll show as available once his cooldown period is done. Right now it's not going to show him available. I can select them from here, or I can go directly into my inventory, go to worker, and what I will do is I click on here and it's going to show the different available slots in District 7 of space. And I pick which one that I want to go ahead and work. He'll work for 12 hours. You'll feed him. There's a cooldown period of 24 hours. So it's a total of 36 hours between each of the cycles. So it is a little bit longer, but again, you're going to be building up your resources. And what's going to happen is you see on the top here is it did cost me 15 food, but it's building up my resources, building up this one right here, which I can go ahead and convert, which I'll show you that right now. Go ahead and buy. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm doing this right. I want to buy 50 food for one of these. So go ahead and click on that and then give it a second. It's going to go ahead over to it. And there you go. My transaction was successful. And if I give it a second here, there we go. You see it refreshed. I lost one of these, and then I gained the food that goes along with it. So I gained 50 food. It costs 15 food just to feed my guy every time. So that's going to last me a considerable amount of time. So that's where you start seeing, I don't usually like to talk about the ROI, but for every 36-hour cycle, I get one of these and I lose 15 of these. So I can go ahead doing slow math. That one day of work will feed me for 3.5 days. So that's how you start seeing being able to build up your resources in order to go ahead and go forward in the game. This just shows you different ways. This is another shortcut also. Shows you land that you can rent if you have building NFTs. So I can go ahead and rent these. Also, there's jobs. And these are, I need the workers for. This is another way to get to the different jobs within a district. You'll see that there are two jobs available right now, or two different buildings available right now for jobs. And then you just go ahead and add worker. I don't have one available yet. So it's a pretty simple process with the skilled workers. It gets really detailed when you start owning lands and you start owning buildings and you start really building your empire. That's where the fun continues. And that's what you want to build up to with these skilled workers. So as I mentioned, I'm going to go ahead and leave a number of links in the description down below to a couple things. For example, this is the building the empire quick walkthrough. I'll go ahead and have that. I have a link to the game itself, and then have a link to their Discord. So I encourage you all to check it out. I think there's a lot of potential with this. There's a lot of different elements, especially when they continue to get forward. It's only been launched a week. They have a number of features in there, and they have a good roadmap of what they're going to be adding. So if you want to be eligible again to enter one of these giveaways, there's three things that you have to do. Make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and go ahead and comment down below which one is your favorite realm. Again, the realms are earth, light, shadow, time, water, and space. So which one would you prefer to join? And then go ahead and jump over to my Discord, get verified, go through that whole process. If you're already verified, you're good to go, and then go to the giveaway section. And like I said, I'll be giving one of these, 5 of these throughout the week, but one of them at a time. One of them has already kicked off probably by the time you're watching this. So go ahead and check it out. This game, I think, is going to be very interesting, something that everybody should be taking a look at as far as potential down the road. There's a lot of people that are really backing it. It's got a lot of good features, good team behind it. So this is going to be a fun game to check out. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.